Welcome back, everybody. South Carolina Gamecocks revamped Dynasty here today. We are taking on the number 19 ranked Georgia Bulldogs in SEC rivalry matchup, Williams-Brice Stadium here in Columbia. The Bulldogs started out their year with a tough loss to the Sooners, but they have bounced back last week with a win, and they look to continue that win streak now to 2 straight wins in a row. The Gamecocks, however, we haven't looked unbeatable, so the Bulldogs are a team that we should not play around with. Despite a win last week against the Trojans, this team is not guaranteed to just move over lightly, and with how much we've struggled, Gunnar Stockton, the former Gamecock commit, has a great opportunity today to solidify himself as a Bulldog, and there we go. Thomas Mayhew's going to kick it away, and that is going to be a touchback for the Bulldogs as Branson Robinson, we faced him a couple of years in a row now, and this is his big senior season. So can the Bulldogs establish a run game today? Stockton's going to start the day with a pitch to Robinson. He's got the left side, and he's got a 10-yard run. That's going to be a 2nd and inches now as the Bulldogs come back to the line. Stockton's going to fake it to Robinson. Back outside to Bell, and that's a catch and run. Dylan Bell. 2 big plays for the Bulldogs to start the day. That one's 16 yards as he just got a good start off the line of scrimmage. It was a drop coverage, and he was able to get open very, very easily now as the Bulldogs are going to pitch it on 2nd and 1. Branson Robinson is wrapped up by committee there. A 3-yard loss. Keenan Nelson, I believe, was the main one there. Gunnar Stockton on a 3rd and 4. He's taken down and sacked. Big sack there for the Gamecocks as Rory Patrick just comes right down the middle of the field, and that is a big turnover or stop there for the Gamecocks. The Bulldogs do not get anything on their opening drive, so we start the day. Lavacia Carroll with a 3-yard run, 2nd and 7 now. Julius Canary's had his struggles, but they're still sticking with him. Brandon Hammond, the backup running back, with a 9-yard catch and run. A good job there on a bit of a corner double move now. 2nd and 10. Canary is going to give it to Carroll again. Carroll's got a nice run, but he's quickly stuffed. That hole looked like it might have been 15 yards, but instead it's a 5-yard run, and now a 3rd and 5. Trying to prevent the stall out on this first drive. He's got the tight end Scott Hall, who gets lit up. He's going to get 14 on the play now. Canary, 2nd and 10, looking with Carroll to his right. He's going to give it to Carroll. Carroll's got another zone run, but he's quickly muscled down. 6-yard run. Could have been so much more. 3rd and 4 now for the Gamecocks. Canary looking for another magical 3rd down, but that one, just some type of pressure got to him, and that is a incomplete pass. So the Gamecocks going to go with Gunnar Stockton back on the offensive side of things for the Bulldogs, as he's got Oscar Delp. He's got 22 yards on the post route. 1st and 10 at the 50, right on the doorstep of Gamecock territory. Stockton wants to throw, but he's brought down. Losing 8 yards. Stone Blanton sent on the linebacker blitz. He's one of the few seniors left on the roster. So now a 3rd and 24. Stockton across the middle, and it's dropped. Brian Vogel, the freshman receiver, trying to get him involved for this offense, but he could not get that one. So it's a 2nd and 10 back for the Gamecocks. Canary under pressure, looks to throw. Hit as he throws it. He evaded the original sack, but he just couldn't get the ball off. He had a guy open down the field, but still an incomplete pass. 3rd and 10 now for the Gamecocks. Carroll's got it, and he's quickly muscled down. A 6-yard loss on the screen, so neither team really able to do anything on their first 2 drives, but Branson Robinson finally gets into the open field, and he's got a 14-yard run. Took a couple broken tackles, but he's still down past the line of scrimmage and a 1st down now. 1st and 10. Robinson says, "Get off of me," and breaks it to the outside again, muzzling his way down to the 30. That's a 12-yard run. They are so run heavy so far. 11 runs, 5 passes. They're going to keep it to the ground. Robinson this time, though. Stone Blanton and Nick Imanowari with the stop, and now a 3rd and goal from the 10. Stockton has the new running back in beside him. I believe that's Deron Thomas. Stockton wants to throw, looking to the end zone. No one open, sets and fires, and it's incomplete. He had a guy open at the last second, but it's going to be incomplete, and a field goal for the Bulldogs. Now we are in the 2nd quarter as the Gamecocks, 1st and 10 for Canary, steps up, fires to Scott Hall. pushing his way forward, a 17-yard gain. A good way to start the drive there. Now we're 2nd and 7. Is going to be another pass to Scott Hall. He's got it again on the post route. 17 yards to Hall. He is our starting tight end, and he has been so big for this offense. Now Canary looking again across deep down the field, and Robinson had it in his hands. The number 1 receiver makes the catch initially, but he gets it hit out, and the Gamecocks now on 3rd and 4 going to go to Brandon Hammond. And he has got nothing there, so they're going to have to settle for a field goal. What was once a promising touchdown pass there turns into a 3-point field goal and a tie game. Now Gunnar Stockton looking to pick apart this defense again as he hits Dylan Bell, who breaks free across the 50 down at the 42. Dylan Bell had just a simple curl route, and Justin Birdsong just overruns the route and tries to come back and overcorrects, and he just misses them. And Bell sets up the Bulldogs deep in our territory now around the 25, maybe the 30-yard line. 1st and 10, Stockton looks to throw again. He's going to go to the outside, and he's intercepted by Nelson. Keenan Nelson, a big turn of events there. It went from a big pass for the Bulldogs to a big turnover for the Gamecocks. We are very, very lucky for that one, as that has a lot of implications. It's going to keep them off the board, but Canary, if you can't get your offense going, 2nd and 6, the little dump down to Sampson and a nice catch and run. If you can't get the offense going, that interception doesn't mean anything. 1st and 10 now. Canary's going to go back to Dobzinski underneath on the drag route. He is hit, but he's got 11 yards on that catch and run. Now Canary's going to go to Carroll. Carroll's got it on a 2nd and 3 up the middle. Counter play, 9 yards for the Gamecocks. And we're looking at a goal line stand if we can get closer now. Carroll's got it on a 2nd and 4, but he's brought down at the 4-yard gain. And now a 3rd and inches, 1 of 4 on 3rd downs. Canary goes to Carroll, and he's swarmed. The Bulldogs would use a timeout to stop the clock most likely, but they have not yet. As you can see, Lavesa Carroll just overwhelmed there, and the Gamecocks kick the field goal. So 6-3 now. Stockton looking a lot of time left on the clock. Oscar Delp's got that one for 15 yards. So there's still over a minute remaining. They are not in any hurry. Stockton again down the field, and Delp again. He sat in Brock Bowers' shadow, and now Oscar Delp is playing like a Brock Bowers type player there. That is another big 1st down catch for him, and the Bulldogs set themselves up in the red zone now. 1st and 10, 54 seconds left from the 10. Delp comes in motion. Stockton, this time he's going to go to the ground. It's going to be Robinson cutting up the middle. He's got a nice 6-yard run. 3rd and 3 now, 37 seconds left. Stockton to the end zone, back of the end zone, and it's caught. Alex Roberts, the offensive lineman, sneaks out of the backfield, and that is a big trick play there. I keep saying big for everything, but that's a trick play there that the Gamecocks defense was not expecting. So 34 seconds left. We're down by 4, looking to strike before halftime. Canary gets taken down. A big hit there for the quarterback to withstand. 2nd and 20 now. The clock continues to tick down. This one's a pass to DJ Long. He stays in bounds long enough to get the 1st down, but he can't get back out. 24 yards later now. 2 timeouts left for the Gamecocks. 6 seconds left. Canary wants to throw. Steps into the pocket. Fires, and he's got Scott Hall. Hall rumbling down, but he's going to run out of time. 29 yards for that one. We're going to head into halftime. Down by 4, 10-6, and we are going to get a chance to start out in the second half with the ball. 2nd and 10, Julius Canary takes the snap, fires to the flats. Carroll, dangerous pass, should have been picked off, but instead it just barely gets to him. That's going to set up a 3rd and 1. Canary goes to Carroll. He's got to cut it inside, but he's got the 1st down. Could not have made the edge, so that is a crucial cutback there. Now 2nd and 6. Carroll beat up by his own man, but he's got the catch and another 9-yard 1st down. 2nd and 10 now for the Gamecocks. Canary steps up, fires to Hall. He's got the catch and run. A big 1st down gain there. 23 yards for Scott Hall. He has 6 catches, 108 yards. The big tight end has continued to be our number 1 target because the receivers, if we're being honest, have not stepped up when you want them to. 2nd and 3, though. Canary off the read option. He gets stuffed. And we're looking at a 3rd and 4. deep in Bulldog territory. You don't want to settle for another field goal. 3rd and 4. Canary gives it to Carroll, but he stopped short. 2-yard gain. And the Gamecocks again play conservative. They're going to settle for the field goal. 9-10 now, as the Bulldogs will take over. Stockton in an I formation. You don't see that very much. Stockton wants to throw out of it, and it's a catch and run. Another missed tackle down the sideline. He's got it past the 20 to the 10, and that's a touchdown, Georgia. Another overcorrection by Justin Birdsong, and this time Makai Muse just toe steps on the sideline. He had nobody else in front of him once he broke past that initial secondary, and that is a touchdown of 70 yards for Muse. And the Bulldogs take a 17-9 lead here. 4:09 left. Canary's going to go to DJ Long, thankfully. Going to try and settle this offense down. 17 yards now, 1st and 10. Jay Canary's going to set and throw, and he's sacked. Tried to get it off the play action, but the protection was not there. Jalen Walker goes right by Lavacia Carroll. And now a 3rd and 18. You've got to think you've just got to heave this one up and hope for the best. Carroll under pressure, rolling out. Can't get a throw off. Instead, he spins around, trying his best to run it, but he fumbles it. And can't see who it's picked up by, but it looks like Madden of the Bulldogs grabs it off the ground. Jay Canary, spin move, beautiful, but he gets hit, stopped, and he just lets go of it. And the Gamecocks, we have once again turned the ball over. 2nd and 3 for the Bulldogs. Branson Robinson on the counter. He's got a lot of space. A 1st down into the secondary, past the palmetto tree, and down to the 5. Markham at the 7. Donovan Westmoreland comes up with the tackle. A couple of crucial missed calculated tackles, and he has got the Bulldogs back in the red zone, but they're facing a 3rd and goal from about the 14 now. Stockton steps up, fires to Meeks, and he's stuffed. 8 yards, but still, Jackson Meeks not getting anything else, and they're going to settle for the field goal. 20-9 here as we are about to head into the 4th quarter. Looking for anything. Carroll on the zone. He fumbles it off the run. Oh my goodness, it's recovered by the Bulldogs. So 2 straight fumbles for the Gamecocks. First one was Canary. The second one was Lavacia Carroll. And now the Bulldogs take over again on a 3rd and 10. Dylan Bell off the wide receiver screen now in the 4th quarter. He couldn't get anything, so they're going to settle for the long field goal, and it is no good. So we still live to fight another day. 1st and 10. Julius Canary looking to get the offense back on track, going deep downfield. Has a man, and it's underthrown. Intercepted. 3 straight turnovers for the Gamecocks, 2 fumbles, and an interception as the Bulldogs, Nyland Green, he was actually beat off the play-action pass, but Brandon Robinson has a touchdown. It's just a bad pass from Julius Canary, and now we have to try our best to stop them again. Branson Robinson on 2nd and 8, he's got 2. Now under 7 minutes left, a 3rd and 5 for the Bulldogs. Stockton likely going to throw this one, I imagine. He's going to take it. He's going to roll out. It's a bootleg. Stockton has room to scramble. He pitches it to Oscar Delp, who can't get anything. Maybe 1 yard, so they're going to have to punt it back to us. Stockton, so far today, has looked very, very good. Much better than Carson Beck used to. This time, DJ Long on the crossing route holds on after the hard hit. And that is a big catch there. Now 20-9 is the score still. Canary steps up, fires to Long again. This time, looks like he drops it. Yeah, he could not hold on to that one. And we are just trying everything we can. 3rd and 10. Canary needs a big catch, and Sampson on the sidelines stays in bounds. He got both feet in, and he kind of scuffles his way out of bounds off that out route. And Julius Canary makes a clutch pass there. 5.5 minutes remaining. Canary now takes the snap. He sees some pressure, fires to the outside, and Sampson, what a grab. He's hit as he brings it in, but it's a 1st down. 2nd and 8 now. Julius Canary looks to go across the middle, but he's hit as he throws. And that one falls harmlessly to the ground now. Canary 3rd and 8. In the backfield with Carroll to his left. takes the snap, wants to roll out of the pocket, deep downfield, and he's got Robinson streaking into the end zone. 27 yards, and that one's going to make it a 4-point ball game with the extra point, but you've got to wonder if they're going to go for the 2-point conversion, and if they do, they may not get it. We'll see what the score stands at after this 2-point conversion. They are going to just kick the extra point with 3:45 left. An interesting call. The Gamecocks need to stop the Bulldogs, but Mekhi Muse, he had the big 70-yarder earlier. This time, he has a 29-yard crossing route down by 4. Gunnar Stockton's going to pitch it, but he can't get it off. So a 3-yard loss there. Cole Robinson comes in, and he just slings them to the ground. So you've got to either hold them to a field goal or get a turnover here. 2nd and 13. Back up in the game. Stockton's actually injured, so instead it's the backup. Goddard, he's got Oscar Delp streaking wide open down the field, and that's a 26-yard catch down to the 5. Now 1st and goal after a penalty down around the 9 or the 15. Goddard stepping up to the end zone, and it's caught. Jackson Meeks is a clutch receiver there. Aaron Goddard, 2 passes, 39 yards, and a touchdown as a backup. That's all you can ask for your backup quarterback, and then some, to come in the game and basically deliver the dagger. We've got a chance, though. 1st and 10. Jay Canary goes deep to Robinson, bouncing off of a few guys, and he's down around midfield, 23 yards. Trying our best to go fast here. Robinson, 1st and 10, takes the snap, wants to throw, waits and holds it, and finds Dobzinski, who's cutting towards the sideline, trying to get out of bounds. As we come around the 2-minute mark here, the clock is stopped on 2nd and 10. Canary steps up deep down the field towards the end zone, and it's deflected. That one was in the air for a long time. This receiving core just does not really make plays like you would like them to without Corey Rucker. 3rd and 10 now. Canary under pressure, rolling out. He's hit and he's sacked. Losing 9 yards there. Jalen Walker, his 2nd sack of the day. 4th and 19. Canary steps into the pocket, fires. He's hit before he can let go of it. And the Bulldogs will take over up by 11. They just need to run the clock out. The Gamecocks are using all their timeouts, but it's a 3rd and 6. They're 3 of 9 on 3rd downs. Not particularly good, but still not terrible. Darren Thomas is going to get it on the outside. He's got to run down past the 40, but he's not going to get the 1st down. He doesn't even get back to the line of scrimmage, barely. So the Gamecocks do get the ball back. 46 seconds left. We've got to strike fast if we want a chance. This one is caught. DJ Long goes up and grabs it. I thought it was going to be an interception. Instead, we are cooking in Bulldog territory. Another one, though, intercepted. So that one just is about going to do it. The Bulldogs will be able to just kneel it down. A 4-to-1 turnover ratio once again. This time, though, it comes back to bite the Gamecocks in the butt. Aaron Goddard kneels it away, and the Bulldogs are going to upset us 27-16 there on a 2nd and 12. We have our first loss of the year, 2-1. Our first loss in 2 seasons now. Last year we went 14-0. As you can see, the scoring summary, this one was fairly defensively minded. Nobody in the first quarter. Georgia 10, us 6 in the second, and then Georgia just 3 touchdowns in the second half compared to our 1. Offense struggled all day long, and you've got to imagine Julius Canary is feeling some pressure on his back. 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, 360 yards. I don't really blame the interceptions on him, if I'm being honest. A lot of them were just late in the half or right there at the end of the game. Scott Hall, 6 for 108. DJ Long, 4 for 80. Then Brandon Robinson had 3 for 63 and a touchdown. Chris Dobzinski was okay as well. Donovan Westmoreland had 7 tackles, 1 for loss. Stone Blanton, 6, 3 for loss, and 1 sack. Then Keenan Nelson had the interception and a tackle for loss. We had also Nick Imnawari with the sack, and Rory Patrick added 2 sacks as well, as you can see down there. Imnawari was good from that strong safety position. I'm very happy we still have another season with him. As you can see, that was about it for the defensive statistics. And the Bulldogs, they just play better than us. Nothing to be mad about for, like, hating on them. Aaron Goddard came in as backup, 1 touchdown. Gunnar Stockton, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception out of Tifton, Georgia. 91 overall junior there. Branson Robinson was good, not great. 14 for 98 and no touchdowns. Dylan Bell, 6 for 77. Oscar Delp, 5 for 81. And then don't forget Mekhi Muse, 2 for 104 and a touchdown. And then Roberts added a touchdown as well. And we are now fall to 2-1 on the season, number 4 in the country, temporarily. Obviously, next episode we will have dropped to whatever ranking. We're going to go through a couple top 25 matchups. LSU gets taken down by the Longhorns. The Longhorns still led by Quinn Ewers somehow, or Quinn Ewers. They take them down 35-30 as Colorado doesn't have Dion in this reality, but they are going to lose to the Ducks 33-0. Oregon, number 1 in the country. They're likely going to stay there as they have not lost a game yet this year. And Ohio State, a dominant performance there over Northwestern, 59-16. Kyle McCord, he is trying to get the Buckeyes back to the championship game after C.J. Stroud lost the game last year against us. As we now see a big SEC matchup here, Oklahoma and Florida. The Gators this year, they are going to take the loss, 49-23 for the Sooners. A big showing there for them. Now, as the Sooners, they haven't lost a game yet, I don't believe. USC and Utah, the Trojans are going to get over they're going to lose 39-38 last second. As you can see, Utah wins on a field goal, and that's going to be a big upset there in the Pac-12. Washington and Syracuse non-conference game. The Orange going to take that one 35-31. Both of those teams are kind of new to being ranked in this dynasty. And now a rivalry game, the Keystone Classic. Pitt is going to take on the Nittany Lions, and they get blown out 52-14. Formerly a ranked matchup, but the Panthers are 0-1 to start the year. They have not played yet, which is weird. A couple final few matchups. Stanford taking on UCLA. The Bruins are ranked, but they are not going to win. They lose by 1 touchdown, 49-35. Alabama taking on Missouri. The Tide start 2-0. Instead, they lose 28-14. The Tigers upset Alabama. And finally, we have 2 more matchups. Notre Dame taking on the Tigers. The Tigers have not been very good in this reality, and they take on the Fighting Irish to the end. But in overtime, Notre Dame wins it on a touchdown, a go-ahead touchdown there. 3 straight field goals in overtime, and then a final win. And then the Seminoles are going to take down Virginia Tech. No, they are going to get demolished by the Hokies, 45-7. They're missing Jordan Travis a whole lot, in my opinion. And that is going to set us up for next episode. Unfortunately, we were not quite able to get the win here today. Feels weird to get our first loss in a while. Back to the drawing board, but next episode we have no time to relax. Number 18, Texas A&M comes back to we go back to College Station to take on the Aggies next episode. If you did enjoy this one, hit the like button, subscribe, tune in next time, and I'll see you all then. Peace.